Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Quest for a Dress Watch episode. I've got my iPad here, and to start off, we're going to go through some comments from last week's episode that I think are good. So the first one comes from SA Air Gunner. Hi Bruce, why don't you get 15 Orient Bambinos, many dial colors, stainless steel and gold tone, bracelet, black and brown leather strap, in-house movement, throw in an Orient certified 300-meter saturation diver for fun, and still get change for $5,000. Surely you can't get better than that. Great variety, good accuracy, and will probably last longer without servicing than any of your current choices. I gotta give you props, SA Air Gunner. You when I first read that, you had me, right? Troll comment award goes to you. That was well done. Okay, on a more serious note, guys, let's go to Navy Blue Monster, who says, since you're a sports watch guy, I wouldn't spend more on a dress watch than what you're already thinking. Only sell the Rolexes for the next sports watch. I think you'll have no regrets doing that. With that said, I'm still on team JLC Reverso. I think that's really, really valid, Navy Blue Monster. Guys, I am a very casual guy, if you don't already know. I wear shorts and a t-shirt 6 days a week, all year, even in the wintertime, right? I'm a very casual guy. I don't dress up that much. Even though I love a precious metal, high horology piece with maybe a very well done complication, would it be at home on my wrist? Would I use it to its potential? Would I get the most out of it? Or, you know, like he says here, a sport watch may be a better purchase. So I've been thinking about that a lot. I think that's very valid, which led me to think, hey, Bruce, why don't you go high horology? You can still get a beautiful piece that's more sports oriented, that can pull double duty as a dress watch for those, you know, 1 day a week, 1 day every 2 weeks, that you actually dress up for more than 2 or 3 hours. So that's a real valid comment. My number one today might surprise some of you guys. So let's go to the next comment. This one comes from Bob Builder. Just like buying too many low-value watches can prevent you from being able to comfortably buy something like a Rolex, too many Rolexes will prevent you from buying something timeless and truly special like a Lange. To each their own. People enjoy different things in different ways, but just my 2 cents. Bob, I really appreciate that. He's probably referencing the fact that I have 3 different Rolexes that I've purchased within the span of about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years at the most. And I've counted it up, right? I bought them at retail. I did not get discounts. I did pay full price. Rolex, of course, holds value very well. I've spent $25,000 on these 3 Rolexes within, you know, the past 1.5 to 2 years. And I think about that. And if I'm not regretting my purchases at all. So don't get that idea. I'm wearing my Hulk and loving it today, and I'm not selling this watch. No way. No way. Quashing that fire right now. But I think about the fact that, hey, if I just would have kept saving that money, I would have had 25 grand that I could go out and buy an AP Royal Oak, right? And still have money left over, and maybe buy a used Speedmaster Sapphire Sandwich, right? So you think about that, and if you're consistently buying one thing at the same price tier, whether that's affordable, mid-level, entry-level luxury, high horology, you're always going to be limiting yourself for the next step up. And you might be okay with that. You might say, hey, I know where I like to live. I'm comfortable in that $500 price range, or that $1,500 price range, or that $5,000 price range. I don't have a desire to go higher on the next step. So I think that's a really good comment, and I need to answer that for myself, right? Where do I want to be? That's a great comment. I think that was well thought out. Now I'm going to read another one here. This one comes from Ronnie Staleman. Actually, no, this one is Alec Ryan Moriarty. If I were looking for something truly special, I wouldn't limit myself, and I would not compromise. To go with the statement said earlier, think about how many watches that you'll own, buy, sell, flip over the next 40 years. But getting that one watch over the next 40 years, that you can appreciate and love forever. So I'm looking at these comments, guys, and I'm thinking it's funneling me to what's going to be my top choice. I'll share that here in a minute. but I want something that's timeless, that I will love for the rest of my life, for a good 40 years, that will not be just another watch in the collection at the same tier, right? Does that make sense? That's really what I want. And maybe I have to stretch to get it. So the number one, and I'm only going to go through one watch this week, is the Vacheron Constantin Overseas 4500V. I don't know if I like the blue or the black. I got to figure that out. I've got time, right? But this, I think, might be the right answer for me. It's a sport watch. It's got a screw down crown, 150 meters of water resistance, right? It is part of the Holy Trinity of brands, Vacheron Constantin. It's got a Geneva hallmark or a Geneva seal, not only on the in-house movement, but on the case. It's finished by hand. It is respected. I have a hard time thinking of something that I don't like about the watch. So it's a sport watch, but it could also pull double duty as a dress watch for my lifestyle, right? Because I am in shorts and a t-shirt most days. The one day a week that I dress up for a few hours, I could switch it, put it on the alligator leather. That would be fantastic. And then later on, when I put my shorts back on, I could put it on bracelet, or I could put it on the rubber. And it would be a very versatile pick that I'm really intrigued about. Now, here's the thing. How much does it cost? Retail, I believe, is about $19,000. They're not in demand like an AP Royal Oak is, or certainly on the same level as a Patek 5711, right? So it's a more attainable watch. And I'm not using that to justify, because I genuinely love it. But a lot of you guys know my Grail has been AP Royal Oak. The 15400 in silver, right? Here's the thing. This is what's causing me to stray from AP, which I will admit is the more desirable watch, the better long-term buy. From what I've read, has nicer finish work, and steer more toward the land of VC with the Overseas, right? The 4500V, is the fact that I've been dropping weight, and my wrists, I've noticed they're shrinking a bit. I'm more energetic. I'm happier. I feel better. And I'm continuing my slow, gradual decline in weight and waistline, really. And the one AP that I love, the 41 millimeter silver dial Royal Oak, wears more like a 43. It's a big boy. It's got a very dominant stance on wrists. And every picture and video that I've looked at, if you don't have kind of beefy wrists or a beefy frame, it looks a little odd. So, 35 pounds ago, I wouldn't even second guessed the AP Royal Oak is my ultimate Grail, and maybe that's what I should be buying, right? That could pull double duty as a dress watch. But I think the more that I'm trimming down and staying on that trajectory, the more I want a watch that wears a little bit smaller, a little bit more classic, I guess. And that's the VC, right? It's 11.4 millimeters in height. 41 millimeters in diameter. Doesn't wear bigger than its dimensions from everything that I've read and reviewed. Not reviewed, but everything that I've watched and read. That's what I'm trying to say. And I want to go try one on. Obviously, right now with current events, that's not possible. There is no AD here in Utah, but Vegas is an hour flight away, or a 6-hour drive, road trip away. And when things get going again, I'd love to go to the boutique down there and see what it's like in person, right? Maybe bring the money with me if I'm financially there, and maybe make the purchase. So that's where I'm at this week, guys. I'm really leaning more toward going high end, getting a sports piece, which kind of suits me best, and just letting it pull double duty as a dress watch. And maybe down the line, I can get something that is a dress watch, a JLC Master Ultra Thin, right? Or a Reverso, or a Grand Seiko manual wind or something that isn't, $20,000. I would wear it more in those more dressy situations. If I had to pick a number 2 this week, it would probably be the Cartier Santos in blue, just because it is very, very sporty. It's got that bulletproof bracelet, the weight, the heft, the thinness, the dominant stance on wrist with the square design. But that's where I'm at today, guys. Now, there's a couple things. Let me read another comment. This one does come from Ronnie. He says, you may want to consider the cost of service. Servicing a grand complication Patek will set you back significantly more than a simpler watch. Another consideration is that some companies are increasing their warranty programs. For example, JLC now gives an 8-year warranty. I think that's awesome, very valid, right? I look at my 3 Rolexes, and I bought them all within a year and a half of each other, maybe 2 years at the most. And when I go to service these, they're all going to kind of come in a grouping every 5 to 7, 8 years. And that cost is never going to go down, especially if I do factory servicing. And I could be spending $3,000 every, 6, 7 years. And I was curious about the Vacheron, all right? So I went on their website to see how much it would cost to service the watch. And if you guys know, it's kind of surprising, $750 for their 3-hand movement for the overseas, the 4500V. How often should you service? Is it every 2 years like a lot of high-end brands? It's actually 4 to 5 recommended. And I looked at that and I thought, wow, that's incredibly reasonable. Like I thought it would be a lot more for a Vacheron Constantin. So I like that idea. And if I space this out properly, right, I'm not going to have all my servicing drop every 5 years on, with multiple watches. So I'm out of pocket thousands of dollars. If I stagger the purchases, that's a good thing to consider long-term, because guys, I'm trying my very best to think long-term here, to think keeper status, acquiring the Grail, right? I'm on the cusp of getting a Grail piece. I'm feeling, right, with this Vacheron Constantin. So let me know what you think. Should I save? Should I get one of those? Should I go sports? Or really, hey, Bruce, you've been saying dress watch. Go dedicated dress watch no matter how infrequently you would really use it. Let me know what camp you're in. Let me know what suggestions you have for me. I love interacting with you guys. This has been a fun journey, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch today. So until the next episode, thanks for watching.